Hello. Okay, so I'm sorry for leaving abruptly. Won't happen again. I promise I won't have random plans come in and affect things. I hope, probably. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna continue on with Z.A.T.O. Honestly, I was kind of thinking about whether or not I should. Honestly, maybe I should have just deleted the last stream and just pretended that that whole section I didn't play through. But at the same time, I kind of wanted my genuine reaction because this is like, I don't know. I feel like that's more interesting. But also, I feel like I was slightly distracted the whole time, so I'm worried that that came across. Because I don't know. I just wasn't really fully focused, and that's on me. But anyways, we're gonna continue on, and I promise I'm gonna be more fully focused now.
Man, the constant darkness is making me depressed already. I hate this time of year.
Is it that bad? It's not like there's no light at all.
You call that light? It's dingy mist all afternoon. I feel like I got shoved into a smokestack. Can you go crazy from vitamin D deficiency?
Actually, I think you can. I think there's something happens if you stay in the dark for too long. I don't know what though.
Do people die from that?
I don't think people die from it though. I don't think so. And personally, I find it rather nice. Everything looks so gentle.
Bleh, it just makes me all moody. The guys made fun of me for that. Can you imagine? Ain't it normal to feel down when you're not getting any sun?
I heard it's pretty common, yes. You wilt like a sad little flower.
Exactly! You're so right. I'm a gentle rose, freezing to death. I waste away, no photosynthesis, no water, no nothing.
There. You'll get your sunlight soon.
Not until the end of winter, I won't. Anyways, I wonder how we haven't run into you yesterday. I thought we see you by the library or something.
Oh, I just went to the outskirts. It's really serene out there.
Serene, you say?
Yes. It's a little dim right now, but it's very beautiful too.
Oh, I never thought about going there this time of year. It's a bit too cold for walks, you know?
Yeah, I understand.
But hey, maybe I'm missing something.
Tosca? Who's Tosca? Wait. Because... Tosca. The name is familiar. It was said before, but it's not Ira's brother, because Ira's brother is like Tolik, right? And Tosca. Like, the mental breakdown kind of went by really quick, so it's not like I could say, like, oh, I remember everything she said, right? But, Who's Tosca? I swear to God, I remember someone by that name. Is it one of Garen's friends? Was he mentioned before? I'm struggling. Or is it Garen's brother? Or... Anyways, I guess we'll figure that out later.
But hey, maybe I'm missing something. Like, the season's charm and all. Huh? Hey, maybe I'll tag along sometime. I could use a change of scenery.
That would be great. Please do, whenever.
Yay! Then count me in. You know, our recent hangouts have been kinda sucky. Not with you, with my friends. Some of them have these stupid curfews now. Half of us had to be home by 7. 7! Can you believe that?
Wow. Why now?
Parents are worried because of Ira being gone. I mean, I get it, but...
It's been 4 days.
Yeah. No news on your end, I figured.
Nothing. Marina's face darkens. She sighs.
The adults organize a search party this weekend. Maybe you heard?
No. My dad was home. Mom too.
I see. Well, my brother went.
And she shakes her head. As expected. If the search party found anything, it would already be the talk of the town. It's comforting in a way, if they found Ira's body after so long. No, I'd rather not think about it.
You know what I've been thinking?
That she's left the city?
No. She has to be at someone's place.
Ah. Of course, this possibility has also crossed my mind. But all the arguments in favor sounded either too morbid or too far-fetched. Do you mean she was kidnapped?
I don't know. She could be staying on her own. She could be staying on her own accord.
But where would that be? I can't think of anyone Ira would trust that much.
Well, there's the two of us, for starters.
Huh?
We're the last two people that saw her, right?
Okay, well, technically, with Asya, that was not really by intention, and she did not seem happy when Asya was there, so I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Chief. Actually, I think the issue is I think Ira does like Asya, but she doesn't trust her, right? So that's why she reacted so negatively to, like, her being seen the way she was. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, maybe you're fond of someone and you like someone, and you want to, like, make them happy. You want to help them out, but you wouldn't trust them enough to be vulnerable with them, if that makes sense. I personally can't really think of anyone on my end who's like that, but I feel like there's plenty of people, right? Like, you like hanging out with them, you like talking to them, and you want to get to know them and stuff like that. Or like, maybe you want to, like, make them happy, something like that. I don't know. But when the reverse comes to you, like, do you want them to get to know you? Do you want them to be the one to try to make you happy? Do you want them to be the one to, I don't know, comfort you, get to know you, all that kind of stuff? I feel like that's harder, right? I don't know, like... I don't know. Like, there's some people that you would go to and you would tell them everything and you would trust them with your life. And there's some people that you really like, but you wouldn't do that. And you want them to have this good image of you. So when that image breaks, it just feels horrible. I don't know. Like, a part of you that would, like, you were supposed to be this shining little star in their life or something. And then now you're not that. You're just this messy little fuck. And I think that's what Ira is kind of going through. I don't know. I don't know if I could say, like, I relate to that. Because it's like, I feel like I can. It's just I can't think of anything that would make me say, yeah, that's so me. Hashtag that's so me. I'm sorry, I'm being dumb. Anyways.
We're the last two people that saw her, right? Who's to say one of us ain't guilty?
But we weren't even that close. And Ira, she's not in my apartment.
How do I know if you're telling the truth?
Marina, I don't like this joke.
Sorry. I'm just speaking from the point of view of the investigation. Ask me the same thing, I'll stumble the same way. The only means to prove my innocence would be a house search. I kinda have a theory on what might be going on.
You do?
Yep. It's more of a hunch, but the more I think about it...
Marina looks around.
I don't like whispering about stuff like this at school, though. You know what? How about I call you later?
Oh, like in the evening?
Yeah. Can I have your number?
Yes, of course. I pull out a scrap of paper and scratch the digits onto it with a dull pencil.
Thanks. I have some plans before that, so I'll dial as soon as I'm back. Won't be too late with everyone getting dragged home at baby hours. Does it sound good?
Sure. I'm going to the library anyways. Have fun out there.
I'll sure as hell try. You have an, enriching experience?
I will, thanks. She's cute. runs off. Man, now I have to wait until evening to find out. I wanted to wind down a little after school, but now I'll be all restless. Well, maybe not. I haven't visited the library in a long while. Yeah, honestly, the game is. I don't know if I would. Okay, I don't want to say the pacing has been slow. I mean, I guess, but that's not a bad thing, right? We've been seeing somewhat of like the hour-to-hour play by for Asya. So like, unless she directly says, okay, today's the next day, or we come back to school, we don't really, I don't know, like we see everything, right? So we haven't really seen her go to the library in quite a while, so I guess that's just like that's kind of just what I mean. Like we haven't seen her go to the library since Ira, actually, since the chapter where we were like reminiscing on the past and looking at the stuff that happened with Ira, and that's been a while. Like when it was with, I guess, when Ira was around, we did skip around a lot. Because it was like weeks, months, right? I think I think like during that time it took place over the course of several weeks. Like there were time skips, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I'm sorry if this all makes no sense. I'm trying my best to like articulate it because I don't. But yeah, like I wouldn't think that because like this has. I'm sorry. Maybe like it's like okay. So Ira, she doesn't attend school that often, but we don't see the times Ira wasn't in school. We would see the times where Ira, like the important moments between Ira and Asya, or at least on Asya's side. So yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. Maybe that's why I've been so stressed in the past months. It's always nice and quiet there. I'm sure it'll help me relax. I make my way back to class. Yeah, but like when it was the Ira's chapter, we pretty much went like by the important moments. So we'll skip around a lot. Like the sort of downtime, we didn't see much. But now it's kind of like there isn't really any downtime. A lot of things are happening within the last couple of days. I don't know. I hope I'm not being stupid. I'm sorry. Like I feel like it's kind of hard to describe things, but maybe it's just because I'm tired and it's late. It's like 2 a.m. Shit, I should probably go to sleep soon. Maybe streaming wasn't the best idea. Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. I'll see how long I can go for, but... Hey, Shubina. Hey. Did we, like, have no homework? Your notebook's empty. Oh. No, we did. I'm pretty sure. Well, where is it? Nowhere. I didn't do it. A surprise hum rose through their whole group. That's okay. I'm also a little shocked. Oh. Is someone getting rebellious? No. It's just slipped my mind. Ah, classic. Right. Taking some time off for yourself is great and all, but you gotta come up with a better excuse. I'm serious, though. Really? Yeah. Well, you know, that's good. Would be pretty selfish of you to start ditching homework altogether. Huh? We all rely on you, you know? Yeah, you're the best. You're so smart. What would we do without you? Hear that? The people need you, Shubina. Okay. We'll forgive you this time. But don't get used to it. Anyways. Lakin. Huh? What? Pass the notes. The Russian ones? No, fucking Japanese. You're supposed to be smart, aren't you? Okay, there. Are they bullying multiple people? God, these guys suck. I remember when I was bullied, it was kind of just me. Maybe that's me being pretentious. I don't know. To be honest, I wasn't that good of a person anyways. I feel like Shubina was a better 14-year-old than I was. I feel like when I was 14, Shubina is not that judgmental. But I feel like I was relatively judgmental, and I was somewhat... I mean, it was kind of a mixed bag. I feel like I was a bit of an asshole when I was young. I was angry. I was an angry 14-year-old. Like, Shubina's... Like, I don't know. It's like I grew up and then became more forgiving, but like it was like the logical side of me that was working out. My emotional side of me says I wish these bitches were dead. And Shubina doesn't do that. She kind of just forgives Garden in the moment. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I would say there's a lot of similarities, but kind of thinking about it, I don't think I was like, I don't know, I think I was a lot harsher. I would get angry a lot more. I would be like, I wish I wasn't being bullied. I wish these people would just drop dead. Why are they bothering me so much? Like, I don't know, Shubina doesn't really acknowledge it. I did acknowledge it, and I still acknowledge it. I still say what happened then was me being bullied. But that being said, it's not like I was like the best person ever. Like, I also think I was an asshole sometimes. But yet again, like, that's kind of how kids are. I don't know. Everyone's an asshole from time to time. And, every person is an asshole to somebody. I don't know. Like, you can be the nicest person, and someone will get upset with you, and someone will see you as an asshole. Like, maybe not even out of, like, intent. You were just insensitive. Things like that. I don't know. Shubina's honestly a lot better of a person than I am. Wait, actually, that's not even her name. Asya. Is Shubina even her name? Wait, is this... Z.A.T.O. Give me a second. One thing I'm scared of... Okay, that's her, like, last name. Thank God. You, not worth writing about. Damn. Okay, looking at it, we are like very early on into the game, I think. Yeah, we're like very early on into the game. What the fuck? Like we are not that far in. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, let's continue. One thing I was worried about is if this was a situation where like Shubina was like a nickname that they were using to bully her, and that's what I was worried about. I didn't want to be calling her Shubina if that was the case. It's kind of like there's a character in this visual novel named Yasuda, and people bully her by referring to her as Yasu, which means like cheap. Right? And a lot of people do refer to that character as Yasu. And I didn't want to really do that because it's like a name that they don't like, right? They want to grow out of, if that makes sense. So I don't want to do that on accident. Anyways, I'm sorry. This is a bit of a tangent. It's kind of funny. I do a lot of weird, like, I'm very expressive and emotive in real life, so I would do a lot of gestures and like sort of move around a lot while talking. You don't really get to see that because I have like this little hamster, and well, I mean, you wouldn't have seen that anyways. No matter what model I used, there was never really anything that showed like my hand movement or any kind of expressiveness. I mean, I feel like the hamster is decently expressive. I don't know. Like, I feel like I move around a lot, so the hamster looks decently lively. But there's like a VTuber liveliness, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I think there was a clip where you see Carmilla and Vito switch avatars, and you can see like usually Vito's model is kind of like, it doesn't move around a lot, and Carmilla is like very animated and lively and stuff like that. And then like when they switch models, like Carmilla just looks like Carmilla's model looks dead tired, and then Vito's is like super lively. Oh no, I'm not sure I have achieved VTuber liveliness yet. I'm lively, but I don't think I'm VTuber lively. That's like an extra skill. It's like an extra workout as well, and I don't know if I have it in me to do that. One day though. I really did forget.
After yesterday's prank, my head was all over the place. Really, school was the last thing on my mind. Although that does remind me. I turned towards the boys, who are now preoccupied with copying, Lincoln's homework. Badman. He clicks his tongue. You see I'm busy? Yes, but shut up. He briefly glances at me. If you want something, ask me later. Okay. The bell rings right as Garan fishes his nose, so I don't get the chance to ask him, not until the lesson ends. At least the teacher doesn't check my homework. She's used to me always having it prepared. It feels like I've just abused someone's trust a little.
Wait, what's the point of homework then? Because like, at least here, you did homework. Huh. What is it called? I'm sorry, I got a random notification. Anyways, like you did homework for like the teachers to check. Are you like, do you have like the information known, I guess? Like, like, do we need some, like, how, like, kind of like the assignments, but it's like the home version? I don't know how to describe it. Are you academically where you need to be, if that makes sense? Like, I'm sorry, maybe, like, I don't know if this makes any sense. I'm trying my best to talk, and it's not just like, oh, you study the information and like you check how much of the studying you've done, because they kind of expect you to study on your own. You just have like an assignment to do, which is basically supposed to be like, it's like what you would do in class, but you do it at home, so that you don't have to do it in class. I don't know.
After the lesson is done, I catch up to Garan in the hallway. What? I wanted to ask you about yesterday. Yesterday? His face twitches. He looks back at his friends. The hell are you talking about? I saw you on the street, so... What's this about? It's whatever. You go on ahead, guys. Alright. See ya. Garan turns towards me. Before I can understand what's going on, I feel my side hitting the wall. What the fuck did you see? He drags me. No, more like he threw me behind the nearest corner. What the fuck did you see, Shubina? What do you want? I saw you walking from there, so I know you did that. The prank. What? The prank at the car repair. I just wanted to know how you managed to do that. And also how you knew. What? What prank? What are you on about? I know you did that. Don't pretend. I saw you walking, looking guiltily. Guilty, fuck. It's okay, I think it's a pretty funny prank. I mean, I'd rather you didn't prank me like that anymore, but I never seen anything like that. How did you do that? It was like a magic trick. Magic? The hell? Shubina, are you high? The hell do you think I did? Change the schedule. The one on the door of the car repair shop. I saw it. Why would I do that? Come on, Batman. I know it's just one of your jokes. If you don't want me to, I won't tell anyone. It's just it's pretty obvious. I just want to understand how you knew about that. Laura takes a step back, looking me up and down. Did you have a weird dream or something? No, why can't you just answer me? He sighs and runs a hand through his hair. I know you don't get out much, but stores change their working hours all the time. It's freaking normal. No, not like that. It's not about the hours. I want to know, how did you know I'd be going there? How did you know about Tosia? Oh! Asya's friend. He stares at me as if he's so confused, as if he doesn't get it. As if he... But I know he does. He's just pretending not to for some reason. Ah, Garen's afraid he'll get in trouble for messing up the metal plate. Duh, of course. That has to be it. He really didn't think this one through, did he? Okay, I don't know what happened, but you're talking nonsense. He turns away. Thanks for wasting my time, I guess. He's leaving. He's going back to the hallway. No, he can't go. Wait! I grab onto his sleeve. He shakes me off. Damn it, get off me! I said I have no clue what you're babbling about. But Tosios! I don't know any fucking Tosios! He walks off hastily as if I were contagious. Why? This doesn't make sense. Warren has never had any issues admitting to a prank. Didn't he take pride in pulling them off? So if he managed something so elaborate, shouldn't he brag about it to the boys? Why is he so dead set on playing dumb? It sure seems like he had something in mind when I mentioned seeing him across the street. So it's not like I made anything up. Even if he's scared of being charged for defacing the timetable, he's going a bit overboard with the whole oblivious act, isn't he? No, maybe I'm looking at this from the wrong angle. I'm being too cynical. I'm expecting too little of this kind of beautiful world. Garen might not be thinking about himself at all. I didn't even consider the possibility. But what if he's feeling what if what he's feeling isn't fear? What if it's regret? It's never happened before. He's never been one to show remorse, so why would he? Why should he? It's just harmless games. But maybe he realized that yesterday was a little too much. So when he saw how scared I got, he probably chose not to tell anyone. He thought it would be better to act like it never happened, just like those boys did. Of course he never apologized. There's nothing to apologize for. But not gloating about it, for Garen, it's as good as saying sorry. Garen, it must have taken some initiative from you. Is that why you look so nervous? You were already doubting yourself, regretting... Hang on. Oh, it's just someone sending me an Instagram. I'll look at that later. Probably not. Anyways, forgetting your actions as you fled the crime scene. I'm sorry. I didn't understand what you were feeling right away. I didn't get why you denied it so fervently. But it's okay. I see it now. I didn't hear the conversation with Marina. That's a false statement. But if I pretend it's true, if I don't do anything with that information, if I don't change the way I see either of them, then it becomes reality. It cannot be objectively disproven. Nothing happened at the car repair shop. If both me and Garen believe that, if both of us act like that is the truth, it will become just that. That's incredible. I never would have thought he'd do something like that. I didn't know he understood such things.
Actually, I mean, that is kind of true, right? Maybe this is me thinking about it in a weird way, but I do believe that if you create your own truth, you can create a new truth, if that makes sense, right? like maybe that's like not the right way to think about things. Maybe I shouldn't be like, if I just lie hard enough, then that will become the real, and then you know that wouldn't become a lie eventually. It's true to some degree, but it's probably not completely, like it's probably not best to think that way. I don't know, but at the same time, I do sometimes do that. I do practice that a bit, which may be not the greatest thing, but I don't know. It's like comforting. Like I can just be like, if something sucks, then I can just make it not real in my eyes. But yeah, don't lie to people. Don't do that. That's not good. Oh, what? What? Me being a liar? No, I would never lie. I'm very truthful. Maybe it's kind of bad to say, but I kind of like, I kind of lie way too often. To some degree, I'm almost an impulsive liar, which is, like, I don't even want to lie sometimes, it just comes out naturally. Like, the first thing I think about is to lie, which is not good. Is a habit I need to work on. Honestly, I question if, you know what, never mind. Anyways, continuing on.
I'm still not sure how he learned about Tosia saving me, or how he knew I'd go there again. I'm sure he heard about the incident, but I suppose stuff like that is not important.
Oh, so that's interesting. Wait. So that means there was never a prank that happened at the car repair shop. Something happened with Tosia. And I'm guessing Tosia got really injured and had to leave because of that. So it wasn't because of that. If it wasn't because of this, if it wasn't for that, maybe Tosia would still be here. Which I'm pretty sure that's what Asya is thinking.
I suppose stuff like that's not important anymore. You offer me the option to undo what happened yesterday. It's very special coming from someone like you, and I appreciate the sentiment. I won't refuse. Thank you for that, Batman. Thank you so much. The town's library. It feels like it's been ages since I last visited here.
I don't even think we've seen this CG before. I think it's actually a new place for us.
Objectively, it's very small. My mind involuntarily compares it to the Lenin Library in Moscow. I was so blown away by its sheer size during our 6th grade field trip. In contrast, this tiny reading hall borders on being claustrophobic. The walls are the same shade of green as the school cafeteria or the corridor of a children's clinic. I don't think I've ever seen a big library. That's interesting. God, I wonder what that's like. And yet, I still feel right at home. The book selection isn't huge, and I've read through pretty much everything I was interested in multiple times, but it's a quality over quantity kind of thing. We have some wonderful editions of the classics. I've heard most small town libraries get low quality prints, so I suppose that's where our close town privilege comes in. I wonder if the same applies to cinema. I'm too shy to watch movies all alone, so I don't know a lot about the local lineup. I should ask Marina about it. Asienka. Long time no see. Where have you been, sweetheart? Hello, Lilia. Ivanval? I'm sorry, I've been going out more. Ah, that's lovely. Don't apologize. I always said a young girl like you shouldn't spend all her days cramped up in here. But I like being cramped up in here. I missed it. Lilia, Ivanova smiles. She's a librarian. It's not that we're particularly close. We just exchange some pleasantries whenever I come by, so I didn't expect her to be happy to see me again. I suppose she doesn't get too many visitors. I feel a pang of guilt deep in my heart, in my chest. Actually, do you have, Angelic by Anne Golan? Oh dear, I'm afraid we don't. But you know, my daughter used to love those books a lot. I'll ask if I could lend you a few volumes. Oh, you don't have to. Please, it's no trouble at all. You're a sweet girl. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. Thank you so much. Of course. Ah, gee. Now I feel even worse for not stopping by. Next time I'll bring, Lilia Ivanval a box of chocolates. I browse the shelves. It's a bit of a shame I can't see what Angelic is all about, but I'm not really in the mood for something like that, if I'm being honest. I want to read something familiar, something easy, something like 100 Years Ahead by Kira Bolinski? Perfect. I sit at my usual spot. It's probably embarrassing to read children's book at my age.
Nah, it's fine. I read children's books still. Some of them are really fun, honestly. Like, people need to not look at children's media as something to be ashamed of. Because, like, what? Steven Universe, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Gravity Falls, they're all kids shows. Like, it's different, but they're called kids shows, and there's plenty of adults who love them. Like, even as they were airing, adults would find, like, value in them. Like, if something's well written, if something's good, then I don't think there's any shame in saying, like, oh, I like that, you know? It's fine. It's fine to like something. Even if it feels childish. Like I still watch The Pretty Cure, right? Not as often as I used to, but I still enjoy it. I still watch it, and I like it still. I don't know. I feel like you can enjoy anything at any age. Like, of course, things for kids and things for adults, they have different, I don't know, things going on. Like, you're not gonna see, like, some adult topics are too adult to be in kids shows, but, and sometimes the way kids shows do things or the type of jokes they make can be weird for adults. So, like, I don't know, I guess an example is probably Teen Titans Go, right? There's a lot of fart jokes in it. I feel like Teen Titans Go might be a bad example though, but there's a lot of those kind of jokes, and like shit. I'm losing my train of thought, but kids enjoy that. Adults don't, right? So it's wrong to criticize a kid show for having those kind of things. But like there's gonna be some immaturity, there's gonna be some things they do to appeal to kids, but that doesn't mean like there isn't some value in the writing. I feel like Teen Titans Go is a bit of a weird example, but there's some jokes that are genuinely funny that like I feel like anyone can laugh at. I don't really like the show though, but that's not for me. That's not the discussion. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I guess I feel like another example is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and like the other books from that author. I feel like a lot of they're all children books, right? But I feel like they're all still good books. Like I remember reading I think it was The Witches or something like that. Relatively recently, like not that recently, but like a few years back. Maybe like 2-3 years back. And I enjoyed it. I'm a full ass adult. It's fine to like a kid's book. And like some you probably wouldn't enjoy that much, but I feel like even as an adult you can see the appeal and things like that. It's never too bad to be like childish or whatever. Or like I guess it depends. Like it's never bad to enjoy things. You know? It's okay to like things, no matter how old you get. I'm sorry, that was a long tangent, but it's something that's been on my mind because I don't know. It does feel embarrassing to enjoy like Magical Girls and Pretty Cure at this age. And to some degree, I do feel like I enjoy like media targeted towards younger people a little bit more than those targeted towards like older people, but I guess that depends. I guess it depends on the story. I don't know. Like I feel like there's some stories I do like that are targeted towards adults, but it's just I dislike certain ones that are targeted towards older media and older people, and I don't really know why. I guess to be honest, I guess some of them just feel like too much to some degree, and also some of them are locked behind paywalls and I can't access that. Like I enjoy like more, like I don't know, like I enjoy like more mature adult movies, I haven't enjoyed any shows for adults, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't know why though. I think Euphoria is an example. I think a lot of people say like the first season was really good. I never really liked it. I kind of found it too much for me. I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of it though, and I didn't finish the first season. So who knows? Maybe it's just me. I guess I just don't like the topics. And some people are like, oh, that's realistic for teenagers. I don't feel like it's realistic. I feel like maybe it's just me being a loser, but that was never my experience in high school. What the fuck? Some of you guys are living crazy lives. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I mean, like, there's a lot of movies that are targeted towards adults I really like. And there's movies targeted towards, like, teens and, like, children that I like as well. I haven't really, but I also don't know if I know any shows for adults that I like. But anyways, long tangent aside, we should continue. I sit at my usual spot. It's probably embarrassing to read children's book at my age, but I don't want anything heavy today. I don't want anything sad. I've read this one so many times before. If I were caught by Nazis and the only way to live was to recite a passage from this book, I'd probably survive. Why would the Nazis want that? Wait, what time does this takes place in? Wait, what is the time period for this? I'm sorry. 1986. There's no Nazis, I think. Probably. I think. Okay, let's continue on. Why would the Nazis want that? Listen, it's a hypothetical situation. Oh right, there was this adaptation made last year. Everyone really liked it. I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. I'm glad more people saw the story. But that's not how I imagined the stuff from the book at all. It be like that. It really does be like that. I'm sorry, I'm getting like so distracted. But like, sometimes you know the original media and then you see the adaptation and you just get really disappointed. And then like there will be people who never see the original and the adaptation is all they see, and then you just think like, I don't know, and then like you I don't know. Like, I guess a good example is Higurashi, okay? People who know the visual novel know how much was taken out and how much of the characterizations for the characters were kind of, I guess, how do I describe it? Like dismembered and like thrown away. So you only got really the more quote-unquote interesting parts, the more scary, the more gory parts, but then like you don't get to see like, I guess why the characters end up the way they do, how the characters really feel on the inside and stuff like that. Like, one of my favorite characters is Shion, right? If you were to talk to someone who likes Shion and they only seen the anime, they might say something like, oh, she's so like I love how much of a yandere she is, how like violent she is. And I would fucking hate that, bro. Like, I don't know. It's like, if you enjoy the media and you don't really want to dive deeper, like, who am I to say anything? But like, I wouldn't discuss things with you, you know? Like, like, I'm not saying you're wrong for that, because the anime is easier and quicker to get into than like the whole visual novel. So like, you're not wrong for that. You're not wrong for enjoying the anime and not pushing further. You can do you, and you can enjoy life and enjoy the media the way you want to. That's not a crime. And hell, there's definitely plenty of media that I have done that for. The Promised Neverland is an example. I've only seen the anime and I thought the anime was fine. Like, everyone hated season 2. I kind of thought it was just okay. And I don't want to get into the manga, so I don't feel disappointed on why season 2 is so bad. But there's like plenty of examples of that. Like, the manga's better, or like the novel's better, and then the anime adaptation sucks. Or sometimes the anime adaptation does a great job, did everything they needed to do. Things like that. I think ReZero is a good example of the anime doing a good job of adapting novels? I don't know. I have not read the novels, but I have seen comparisons, and a lot of people were like, oh my god, the ReZero anime did such a good job, things like that. And then sometimes there's like nuances with like pages and reading books that you don't get with like animation. I don't know. Like you have more room to interpret and like imagine things. And sometimes the way the anime does things, it isn't how you imagine, if that makes sense. But yeah, that also brings up a different interesting topic. You know what? I'm just gonna get distracted. This is such an interesting topic to me. I love getting distracted. That does bring up like a different kind of talking point that I have been thinking about, which is like interpretation, right? Like I personally believe that all interpretations can be valid in some form or another. Some interpretations I will not agree with and I will actively dislike, right? I feel like sometimes you just interpret things a different way. Maybe you forgot something and that's not really good, I guess. Sometimes you like miss some things and other people will point it out. Like, I don't feel like it's good to have one interpretation of like art, right? Because the way the author sees things and the message and what was supposed to happen and how you see the message and how things were supposed to happen, it can be different. Like, that's one, like, I don't know. Coming to your own conclusions, how you feel about things is fun. So I do encourage that, right? So that's one thing that adaptations kind of remove. They make it so that there's only one interpretation. Like, and then like everyone sort of thinks, oh, this character looks this way when the author wanted it to be a different way, or fans, like maybe you interpret them a different way. Like maybe they cast a blonde, beautiful six-pack guy as the protagonist, and the author had imagined them as like a balding 30-year-old with a like beer belly. Like if there's no description, anything can go. And hell, if there even is a little bit of a description, depending on how you do things, you could really have vastly different images. And sometimes the adaptation just doesn't care. They don't give a shit, and then they make whatever they want with the character. Like, I think an example was Harry Potter and Hermione. She wasn't supposed to be a very attractive person. She was kind of supposed to be a bit ugly, but then they casted, I think it was Emma Watson, and she's a really pretty person. And I think that was like something that J.K. Rowling complained about. Like, she liked Emma, and she thought she did a good job, but like Emma was too pretty for the role. So when like the ballroom scene happened, where like Emma was all dressed up, it didn't really get the effect that she wanted, which was someone who was kind of average or not that pretty to go like super like bam, wow, beautiful, right? But instead it was bam, wow, beautiful to bam, wow, beautiful. And it didn't really change it that much, right? I don't know. Like I am not going to say like I'm like the best with like being super okay with everyone's interpretation. Like, I personally do believe that you should be allowed to interpret things however you want, but that is not to say I will genuinely be okay with it. Like, if you come to me and you give me like a really dog-ass take on something I really like, I might just look at you and be like, damn, that block button looks real nice. I don't know, there's definitely people I have blocked over opinions I don't like. Big example. Okay, big example. Madoka fans. Okay, there's I want to see if I can find the post. I mean, I don't think I could show it. Can I find it? Because I might have made something some time ago. No. Okay, well, I can't find it. Anyways, but there was a... Wait, do you... What the fuck? Hang on. Give me a second. Time to go into the YouTube studios. Gotta ban someone now. Give me a second. Give me connect to your encoder? What? Oh, that's weird. Connection's poor. Wait, hang on. I got this. Wait, guys, we gotta go into the YouTube so I can ban someone. Where's the comment? Where's the fucking comment? What the fuck? Okay, hang on. I need. Okay, I'm sorry. The stream is getting. You know what? We'll get right back on topic, right? When I figure out how to get into here, and I'm gonna ban this person. Did they say anything else? No, they didn't. Okay, anyways. Banned. Where are you? Remove? Pin? Go to channel, remove, put user in timeout. Wait, hang on. Let me go. I want to see. Are they? Yeah, they're bot. Okay, we're gonna ban you. Get out. Okay. Is there no ban button? Really? Okay. That's hide user on this channel? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's great. Anyways, back to the game. that was a long distraction. But anyways, we can get back to things. No. Don't do that. Okay.
And another annoying thing. Now I just keep imagining the movie version as I read. Crap. I need to keep the way I've always pictured it in mind. I need to really focus. My concentration increases with each flip of the page. I need to keep the futuristic tech in mind. I need to keep the future world in mind. I need to keep the present world in mind. I need to keep the aliens in mind. I need to keep my phone in mind. I need to keep everyone's face in mind. I need to keep Werther's face in mind. I need to keep Kolov's face in mind. I need to keep Alice's face in mind. I need to keep Tosia's face in mind. I need to keep her face in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Gah! This isn't helping me relax at all. I shut the book and slumped down on the table. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to read this. I wanted something I wouldn't need to think too hard about. Well, it's no biggie. The kids section has plenty of other stuff. I get up and go grab something else. A fairy tale will do. Morozosko. This is a really good addition. Something about it always fascinates me in a way I found hard to place. Perhaps it was the tone. The folk version had a more morbid ending compared to the published story. That's how it often is with fairy tales. But this retelling, something about it has always felt off to me even when I read through it as a little kid. I feel like the text was covering up something I shouldn't see. Are you warm, my lass? I am, Moroskov. Mashenka responded, shivering. Morosko leaned in lower, cracking and clicking. I really think children like being scared, even when there's no reason to. They'll try their hardest to come up with one. You can stare at a beautiful book illustration and refuse to trust it. You can read a short and sweet cautionary tale and imagine something horrific. Are you warm, my lass? Are you warm, my beauty? I am, Morosko. Mashenka responded, teeth chattering from the cold. The frost grew stronger. The girl's cheek burned bright red. She breathed white mist. Her fingers barely moved. Are we all thrill seekers as children? Maybe it's a simple survival instinct. Always prepare yourself for the worst. Always imagine a scary face staring from the dark. Always think twice about what hides behind a smile.
It looks like it's getting darker. So I'm scared we're actually gonna pass the time and we're gonna miss the call.
Are you warm, my lass? Are you warm, my beauty? Are you warm, my dear? Oh, so warm, Morskov, the girl responded, her voice growing silent. No, that doesn't sound right. What a depressing life it would be if we always had to scare ourselves into experiencing its best moments. At least I'm not like that anymore. imagine scary things when there are none, because I know the world better than that. I know there is way more love than there is to despise or fear. It's not some impulsive emotional choice. No, it's the only rational conclusion to everything. The Moroskov took pity on the girl. He wrapped Mashenka in a heavy fur coat, covered her in a blanket of snow, and warmed her up. Right. I'm flipping through one stunning picture to another. This is far more enjoyable than the original. The folktale is predictable. It's so simple and crude, it's underwhelming. The good girl respects the rules of the ritual and lives. The bad girl breaks the rule and rides back to her mother as a frozen corpse. It's an interesting piece of folklore, but the idea of it, I'm not sure what a modern kid can glean from it. Maybe Garn was right. I am getting rebellious. Although, if we look at Moroskov, the entity, as if he were the extension of the universe's will. Oh, I think I'm getting it. The real meaning. Of course. That's what it is. Moroskov is the natural order. It is the will of the world. Yes, you may fear it. You may find yourself in a situation where any positive feeling towards it may seem impossible, but you must gather all your strength to love it still. And then, you will surely be rewarded. Yes, yes, yes. How have I never noticed it before? It's been beating me over the head all along. Now I see. In that sense, it's an incredible story. In that sense, every child across the world has got to read it. I look down at the page I've never seen before. It's Moroskov and Mashenka and every other character's face smiling wide and looking right at me. I did it. I got the message. The lesson that you have been trying to teach, trying to get through to me all of these years. I finally understood it. This is my little celebration. This is my acknowledgement. Today, I realized something very good and important.
Is that lesson? I don't know. I feel like the lesson's a little more simple, you know, just you know, I guess that bad people face bad things, good people face good things. I guess, yeah. I don't know. I think that has to. Like, I think that's just it. I'm sorry.
I stare at the page, this never before seen page, and I am filled with gratitude. I know that it's just for me and my eyes only. Nobody in the world but me has to see those smiles. What an incredible honor. I am such a lucky girl. Goodbye, Lilia Ivanovna?
Oh?
Goodbye, Asya. Stay safe. Of course I'll be safe, because I got this amazing blessing, this acknowledgement on my side. I'll be okay no matter what.
Well, so this kind of goes back into what I talked about earlier about going to your own interpretation. I feel like that's a good lesson as well. That, well, I mean, this depends. I wouldn't really... Oh shit, we made it. Okay. Okay, we're gonna save. We're gonna save here and we're gonna quit. Or we're gonna go to the title screen at least. Yeah, I'm just making sure. Okay, we're gonna go to the title screen. I don't know, I do think that's a bit of a interesting thing, because you can come to your own conclusions and your own interpretations, and like, yeah, it's pretty wrong, I would say, based on what she's describing, but I guess, instead of, like, good people get rewarded with good things and then bad people get punished, like, that's kind of like the general lessons, and it's a pretty common lesson for kid shows, right? That, I mean, not kid shows, kid books, that the bad people, they always get bad things happening to them, and good people always have good things happening to them, so that's why you should be a good person and not do bad things. Karma, basically. also don't think like her lesson is a bad lesson, and it helps her and makes her happy, right? So who are we to take away from it, right? Like that's kind of a thing. I feel like if someone has a headcanon that makes them feel more valid and makes them feel happier with themselves, then I don't really want to disregard it, right? Like if someone headcanon something in a way I don't like, but it makes them happy, then who am I to say, oh, you're wrong for that, right? That's kind of why I don't really like saying anyone's headcanon is wrong. If at most, if someone goes against my headcanon, I'll just be like, damn, I disagree, and then I'll block them, and I won't even say anything. I'll just mentally be like, man, fuck this person, depending on the headcanon. But like, I don't know, like, even if I think her conclusion is wrong, I don't think she's wrong for having that conclusion, and it really just shows her like personality and how she is, right? Like, some people, like, I feel like knowing how people interpret a piece of media, how people see a piece of media, it shows them, it shows their personality, their life to some degree, and what they've been through. Like the fact that I choose to see a character this way kind of shows my personal biases, and that also applies to Asya. And I think that's an interesting and beautiful thing. So who am I to take away from that? You know, like. Anyways, we're gonna do the phone call tomorrow, maybe. I'm gonna probably go to sleep. It's really late for me, so thank you for everyone who watched me, and thank you guys. You know, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Bye bye.